This is totally unacceptable. How can you tell me the same story over and over again and again? I've told you that this guy has no powers. He belongs to no power cult. How in the world does he possess such protections?
I do not know. But like I said, he is not alone.
You of all people know that this guy is the only stumbling block I have towards achieving my goals in this kingdom. And that is why I hired you.
But you know I am trying my best.
Your best is not giving me results. I need results. I need answers. What do you mean by there's nothing else to be done? The charm you prepared worked perfectly fine on a sister. At first sight, she got enchanted and she did all my biddings. If not for that careless prince that proves stubborn all the time.
You know, if those charms got to him, he would have already been dead by now. But he didn't. I wonder why we couldn't break his wall like we did with the princess.
It's very simple. Because she's a fool. She thinks I'm going to marry her. I don't know. I've got my eyes on the throne and the company. As soon as I get that, I will throw her back into the fields, and that's where she belongs. But how can I achieve that when I can't get that meticulous prince out of the way?
Then maybe we don't need to kill him.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Spiritually, I mean.
What exactly do you mean?
Have your boys, or hire boys, to kidnap him. Make it look like he's for ransom, and then still kill. You know, by then the princess would have been very vulnerable and emotional. Then it would be your cue to propose and get what you want. The throne and the company.
You know you are too smart for a witch doctor. Well, it would interest you to know that 3 political parties have invited me to join their parties so as to run for the House of Representatives, but I declined. Oh yes, I declined because I do not want my very clean reputation to be dented by the lies and manipulations of politics. It's not my thing. If I would reconsider. That would be a tall order. Let me call you at night so that we can talk more. Huh? Yes, I will call you. Thank you.
The princess just got back from a visit to Alfonso's house.
I choose not to discuss that.
My love, please. You have to speak with her. I suspect there is something she saw back there. Something she still cannot comprehend. She has refused to speak to me, and I believe she will talk to you.
How do I begin to have this conversation?
How do we explain all this to her? How?
He lied to me. He deceived me. I've been a fool all this while. I've been an idiot.
Stop crying.
All the things you warned me about him were all true. I've been a fool.
No, you have not been a fool. Hey, it's fine. It wasn't your fault. Okay? You trusted him. You loved him. You fought for him. You believed him. Okay? Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Come on.
He charmed me. He made me fall in love with him. Oh, you have no idea what I went through. Honestly. He used me to gain access into the company's account.
I understand that.
You don't know how much he insisted that I give to him that period.
Stop crying. I know you never bargained for this. Okay? Besides, you are not in control. Okay? You are vulnerable. These things happen. Listen.
Can't imagine this happening.
Stop crying. We are going to get him for this. I promise you.
He hasn't stopped. He hasn't. He tried to kill you spiritually, but it didn't work. No, he's looking for another alternative to take you down.
No, you cannot. You cannot kill me. You cannot. Stop crying.
I can't
Stop crying.
forgive myself. I've been a fool.
I promise you, we'll get him through this. Okay? Stop crying.
Get out of my way.
Oga, you cannot enter this place. The prince gave a standing order that it should never, or by any reason or means, be allowed into this palace. So I will advise you to turn and leave.
Unfortunately, I'm not here to see him, but the princess.
Ah, that made it worst. Oga, go. You cannot see her. Don't provoke me, because if I blow you one, you go turn red. Go home.
Get out of my way.
Huh?
I said, get out of my way!
Hey!
Let him through. You see yourselves? He gave the orders and now he has let me in. I'll make sure the princess has both your jobs before the end of the day. Fools!
Eh?
Hey everyone. I'm sorry I didn't mean to cause any commotion. The guards, they were being so unreasonable. I wanted to see the princess. Hey baby.
What exactly have you come here to do?
What exactly have I come here to do? What else would I come here to do if not to see you, my princess? I called over 1,000 times and you weren't taking my calls. I sent some messages over, yet you weren't responding. Why?
Yet, you decided to show up here and make a total ridicule of yourself. Alphonsus, you are indeed classless.
Now listen and listen very attentively. Let me break it down for you, you classless gold digger. Everything we had between us has ended. It's actually ended even before it started.
Darling, what are you talking about?
You heard her. Both of you are done.
Baby.
I am not your baby. Alphonsus. So you still have the nerves to step this miserable feet of yours into my father's compound after all you did? How do you feel watching me lose myself completely to you? How do you feel?
Baby, what the hell are you talking about?
It has worn off. Your charm has worn off. It doesn't work anymore.
What charms are you talking about, darling? What chance?
Alphonsus quits the precinct because you look even more foolish. We know everything. We know how you schemed your way into this family with the help of your witch doctor friend. Stop it. Your time is up.
I heard everything. Everything you two discussed. You charmed me. You even made me go against my only brother. For what? So you could get access into the kingdom's company?
So you...
Yes! I was your biggest access card. But alas, my brother saw through your gains and took me off 1/3 of the company's right. What did you do? You schemed your way through just to kill him because you knew full well that he was the only person who could stop you. You wanted to walk through me and take everything. Oh, Alphonsus, you are despicable.
So you found out. That's why you stopped taking my calls.
You may take me for a fool, but I'm certainly not an idiot. I stopped everything immediately your charms went off my body. I saw who you really are.
Very well then. There will be no need to pretend. I never loved you. Like, maybe. But love, never. I charmed you. I made you dance to my tunes. You did my biddings. I must commend you. You did it well.
You are nothing but a bastard. A bastard you are. I loved you. I loved you with everything in me. I loved you so much. What did I get in return? You turned me into a little puppet you could control any time at your disposal. You are evil.
A puppet you were. A big one at that. Do you know how much I made the little time we spent together? I would have had $1 billion to my name if not for your brother here.
Oh my God!
It was just a game. Taken from the rich. All I needed was a witch doctor who had more powers than 1,000 put together. With a little magic, I made you and your mother dance to my tune.
Mother!
Oh yes, my queen, you remember how you came to me, told me about the princess's heartbreak. You asked me to come back to our community, invest here, and then marry the princess, your lovely princess.
That is not true. You are supposed to make her fall in love naturally with you.
What was I supposed to do when she was a hard nut to crack? I did all I could with everything that was at my disposal. Charms. And it did the work.
And you had this plan all along. That is why you went this far?
I see you're smart. This is where your son got his brains from. I never liked the prince. He made me lose everything. Virtually everything. For that very reason, I will not let you leave.
War in the kingdom, so many enemies. You cannot tell who is your friend or who is the enemy.
Show yourself. Why are you frustrating me?
You started to frustrate yourself when you decided to frustrate the elect of the gods.
How dare you!
This life is a land of games. Life is a game. It's a game. It's a game. So be careful who you call your friend. Life is a game. It's a game. Be careful who you call your friend. Life is a game. It's a game. This is the land of good.
What Alphonsus has done to this household is unforgivable. A man like Alphonsus is supposed to be banished from this kingdom, never to return. That is my stance on this matter.
It is only a righteous man who can issue that kind of judgment on another person. Someone like you who has feet in his hand cannot issue that kind of judgment on another person.
JD, what are you insinuating?
Father, what do you think you're doing?
JD, what did you mean by that insult you just spotted right now?
How dare you insult the prince, the heir apparent to the throne of Idunu, in such a manner?
You know what? I don't have time for elders who cannot respect themselves. Can't you people see it? No, are you pretending about this or what? That you cannot see the truth and you speak it? That this boy here is not worthy of the throne?
Says who?
Listen, I don't want us to waste time. We all know Chief Cosmos here. This is the son, Kelvin, who ordinarily is supposed to be married to the princess now. This person here is Nonya, the daughter. And the boy is her son.
Hold on a second. Are you her father?
It is very clear that you know her, right? And you don't need anybody to tell you that this boy here is actually the seed from the loins.
What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no nonsense. She is my sister. The boy is my nephew. The product of your lies and wickedness towards my sister.
I don't get any of this. What is this? What is this? I don't get it.
What is it that you don't get? That you got my daughter here pregnant and abandoned her? Is that what you don't get?
Well, this is ridiculous, really.
My prince, do you know this young lady? He asked a question and he needs an answer. Do you know this young lady?
Well, yes, I do.
Have you ever had some sort of relationship with her?
I did, but it wasn't.
Hey, shut up. Shut up with that bet. We don't need it. What kind of nonsense is this? You are going to be sitting and you're listening to this? What kind of a man is that? Who is going to go into an intimate relationship with a woman, and when something, life from him is growing in her, he abandons her? And that is the kind of man you want to present as a king? How can that man be king in Duno Kingdom? How is that possible?
You insensitive swine. You fought me when I cheated on your sister. Whereas you are the greatest cheater of all time. Look at what you did to my sister.
You know, I don't actually know why we are here. Why we are not facing it. We have to call a spade a spade. This man here is very irresponsible. A man who cannot take responsibility for his actions. How can he be king? Prince Woburn. He has the tendency of tempting others, looking down on people, making them believe that they are evil, whereas he is the greatest sinner of all times. Is it also glaring?
No, he is not. He is not. Prince Wabolo is not the greatest sinner of all time. He is not. Prince Wabolo did not wrong any human, any spirit, any deity.
I am standing in front of you, old man. Maybe you need to consult your gods again. Consult them again so that they will tell you the truth of what happened, because
The evidence of his wickedness is staring here on our faces.
When a child pours out evil words ignorantly, he feels gladdened in his heart. By the time the words return to him, he'll feel bitter all over his life. What kind of evidence are you talking about? Is it the evidence that was concocted? Listen, Prince Nwobolo is free of the allegations the people lay against him.
Old man, don't let me lose my hold. What are you insinuating? Are you trying to say that my sister is lying? Or are you trying to say that this family didn't hurt my sister?
Nobody said so. Your sister may have been hurt by this family or something. That is not the issue. The point of contention is that Prince Nwobolo is a free man. He's an innocent person. And Chinonye, Cosmos, speak the truth and nothing but the truth before these people. Except if you want to risk facing the wrath of the gods.
I have no other truth to say. If you cannot believe in me, I see the resemblance.
Ha! Be very careful. Very, very careful of the next word you utter. For the gods, the great gods of Dunu Kingdom, do not take it lightly when it has to do with laying false allegation against any son, any daughter of this soil. Especially when it has to do with someone that has identified with them.
With your Milo. Thank you. Thank you for your timely interference to save what would have metamorphosed into a very ugly situation. However, I think that it's time for me to tell my own side of the story. Chinonyerim used to be my girlfriend from way back. We liked each other a lot. As a matter of fact, I loved her. I loved her enough. Enough to marry her. Chinonye, I want to ask you, right now, in front of all these people, is a stunt really necessary?
The land of the some good friends turn out to be bad.